Hey, been a while since I've done one of those unboxing comic books that I bought on eBay, so we'll get right into it. I have all these beauties I have to unpack right now that I just picked up from the post office, and I'll start with a couple that I actually unpacked already without doing the video. I guess I was a little impatient. So the first one is this giant omnibus, Amazing Fantasy number 15. It was basically Amazing Spider-Man omnibus number 1, and I couldn't resist because this was like early in the morning. I want to say like maybe like 8 a.m. And I was just scrolling through my feed over there, and I saw that it popped up, and the seller had it for $22 plus ship. $22 plus ship, and I just bought it. So I'm glad that I did, because it came in as, it didn't actually add any description or anything. It just showed the picture. The picture looked solid. Seller placed the book on a rug, which is a classic seller beginner shot, you could call it. So there's no other pictures. It's just a picture of it like laying on a rug. And I'll scroll it, if I haven't already, I'll share the screenshot. And $22, and it was like, or best offer. I mean, like at that point, you have to be really greedy in order to ask for a better offer. So I just sniped and I bought it. So all in all, happy with this. It came to $33.12 with shipping and everything. So, and he or she also listed Amazing Spider-Man omnibus number 2 with the classic Romita cover, and I bought that as well. Also $34 shipped, which I can resist. That I don't have over here because I already sold it. It was really quick. I got it and I sold it like the next day. So anyways, really happy with those two pickups, and it just goes to show you that there are deals out there. It really depends on what time of the day it is that you're browsing or you're checking, and what it is that you have saved on your watch criteria, etc., etc. And then the other thing that I picked up was a little bit more of an involved process with the seller, which I already unpacked. I couldn't wait. And it's this book over here. Voila! ASM 300. Story with this is, first I'll tell you how much I paid. I paid $272. So seller listed it for $350, I think. No pictures, like literally no pictures. So he's like, seller had 0 feedback. Now they have 1 feedback, which is mine, which is rave reviews over this purchase, obviously. So I had to hit them up and ask, okay, so I'm just curious, what's the condition? Do you have any pictures? So they sent me pictures via messages, and it looked nice. Weren't professional pictures, a little dark, but it was good enough for me to assess the condition. I didn't see anything that was sticking out of the norm. So I said, look, it's hard for me to make what it is. It's hard for me to go by your feedback because you have none. So I'll just offer you $250. So I did. They agreed, and with shipping it came to $272.87. And it is beautiful, but it needs pressing. I don't know if you can see it. There's a situation right here. There it is. Boom. See this? So this needs to be dealt with the handle with an iron tack, and that will solve that problem. And I'll probably have to press it multiple times just to get the job done. The back cover also is beautiful. Has a little tick here and there, but I don't think that will drive it. After a press, I don't think that this will be anything below 9.4. Interior is kind of like off-white, white. It's really hard to tell because back then the material that they used for paper was like newsprint. So out of the press, it would still be off-white. So it's hard for me to tell what the page quality will be. But I'm happy with this. Oh my God, for $272. If you've been watching my videos, then you know I always look for these books. That New Mutants 98, I always look for those on the cheap. And usually when there's a lull and people are not selling much, then that will appear. And my price range for this book is around $250, assessing depending on condition. I put it like that. The last one that I did, you can check on my videos. Last ASM 300 I picked was like, I think was an 8.5 or 9, and I paid the same amount. So I'm very happy with this. All right, on with the packing. Let's unpack the ones that I just got. Ready for this? So this is this is actually the first comic book that I recall, the first superhero comic book I recall reading, picking up. My mom picked it up for me when I was a young buck, so I had to buy it. This is Hulk number 239. So this is the first comic book that I ever read, and I still have it. And it's, as you can imagine, it's definitely not a 9.8. Really, really nice newsstand edition. At the time, they all had the UPC barcode, but they had the mark on it if it wasn't if it was not intended for the newsstands. And it's off-white to white pages, which I'm okay with. And it's a classic, beautiful Mount Rushmore cover. And again, I have deep sentimental value for this book just because it's the first comic book that I've ever read. First superhero comic book I ever read. So I'm glad I got it. And I got it for a bargain as well. I mean, I paid $87. This was on auction, and I was watching it for a while, and then I sniped and I got it. I think that I got it for, what was it? It was $72 plus shipping. So it's, yeah, so it ended up being $87.74. For this book, or any bronze Hulk at 9.8, you're looking at anything north of 150 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. You can fact check me, and really happy with this bargain as well. Not too sure if I'll flip it. I mean, like I've been looking for this book for a while, so I don't think, unless I see the same thing with white pages, at that point I may upgrade and then sell this. So we'll see what happens. Funny, I use the same stickers when I ship my books, and the same bags also. Look, I'll show you. Same bags, same stickers. Funny. I like this fella already. Yeah, I remember buying this. Yeah, that's them. All right, so here's a bunch of G.I. Joes. I looked at the listing. There's a lot of 8 G.I. Joes. The picture looked kind of grainy, so it was hard for me to assess the condition. But they looked pretty. They didn't look like too worn out. So seller took pictures of the books in the bag. What I'm always looking for when I'm looking for early G.I. Joes is I'm looking for to make sure that I'm not getting second prints. So here's actually a key. It's a semi key. It's G.I. Joe 26. It's a Snake Eyes classified cover, which is amazing. Newsstand, by the way. Nice condition, not bad. This is around, like, with the press, this will be a 9.0, maybe a 9.2. You always have to look at any color breaking ticks, spine ticks, which this doesn't seem to have. Very light stress lines, if you want to call it that. There's a little reader bend over there, or whatever you want to call it. But that could easily be pressed. And here's another one, issue number 27. Check the condition of that. These do have white pages, I can see. Screaming at you. Yeah, this does have like a little crease over here. and some marks in there as well. So this is probably not in the prettiest condition. Yeah, this is chewed up over here a little. So this is around like a fine condition, but otherwise it still retains its gloss and it looks nice. White pages, so that's nice. Issue 29 newsstand. These are all newsstands, so that's nice. Yep, they're all kind of like these, with the exception of 26, which is actually a book that I was looking for. They look to be at around like fine, very fine. And here is number 30. Yeah, this is definitely has some stuff going on over here that needs to be pressed. And here's 4 more. Yeah, these are in better condition. They're much nicer. They're not newsstands, and that explains the reason. That explains why they're not nicer. Issue 52. Very nice. Screaming that the white pages are yelling at you. Issue number 66. That I could tell is near mint, so it's just to move along over here. Issue 67, and really nice Cobra cover over here, number 100. These are really nice. These near mints probably are going anywhere from like 10 to 12 bucks. It went in near mint. The older one are also quite desirable, with the exception of issue 26, which appears to be in very fine near mint, which is that's probably around like $15-20 in newsstand. The other ones are probably like just like $5. Well, this also has some value in it, but in this condition it's probably around like that's like $10. What did I pay for this lot, you ask? I paid $17 with shipping. It came out to be $19.73. 1973. That was a good year. I was born. Okay, I will put it back in the bags later. And we'll move into the next batch of books. Yes, so for just a little less than 20 bucks is definitely well worth the deal. I'll probably flip a few of these, and some I'll press and see what comes out of them. This is a bunch of Hulk bronze Hulk books. Nice packing, brand new bags, which I always appreciate. And here are the books. Ready? All right, so issue 134, Herb Trimpe cover, which is probably very goodish, that I remember. Seller was pretty good, actually. They took a lot of pictures. Yeah, what I like about this is it still has its glass, you could see, and I love books like that, regardless of like what grade you're assigning to them. I mean, like you could tell that this is this has been very well preserved throughout the years, but it does have some issues. Stuff in the back can easily be erased, clean and erased, as you can see right now. I'll just do a couple of spots so you can see how effective it is when you do that. You probably have to spend a good couple of minutes to clean this guy up. See, that spot is gone. So it just needs a press right now. This, you'll never be able to get rid of this crease over here. But it's nice. I mean, like, this is like a solid 5.5, 6.0, 6.0. Believe it or not, nice and bright pages. Probably white to off-white. This commercial, these ads are so funny to me. Don't Be Fat, and you can see this guy pulling a Patrick Swayze Dirty Dancing on her. Don't be fat. Oh man, now I gotta get. I lost about 10 pounds. So that's one of them. Here's the second one, 153. Another nice classic Trimpy. This one is the frame cover, which I like. Some people collect frame covers. I don't happen to be one of them, but I appreciate it. Needs a press for sure, but otherwise nice and glossy. Same deal as the other one, probably around like a 5.5. Staples are great. Really nice copy. Yep. So these are like, you know, after a nice clean and press, these are like 15 bucks each. And here's 183. 183. So the first Hulk after Wolvie. Which seems to be in better condition. Yeah, much better. That one's around like you could, yeah, this could make a 7.5, 8.0. Nice copies. Actually, I'm really happy with that. I'm actually more happy with the Hulk run than the G.I. Joe ones. Condition one. Hulk 201. Pop her open. Check out the condition on that. Nice. Really nice. Very finish. And here's 225. Newsstand. Let's open it up just to confirm that it is as good as it looks through the bag. Pretty sure it is. I mean, the seller seemed very honest, so very fair. I'm pretty sure that like he would outline any issues that he or she saw when listing them. So it's always great to buy from sellers that take their tasks very seriously and take the time to take pictures just to give buyers more confidence with shopping at their store. And here is number 275. So that's a little tear over here. You can see through the bag. It's probably not the best conditions, but otherwise, yep. They're all nice and glossy, which is cool. And here is 285. 285 looks to be in better condition. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a very fine near mint. Yeah, I got a little crease over here, see that? But otherwise, nice copy. Nice copy. Yeah, the winners here are the older bronze ones. Here is 286, Newsy. 306, beautiful Mignola cover. And annual number 10, Newsy. All in all, same deal as the other one, 17 bucks with shipping. This one came to, let me see. Yeah, this one came to 24 with shipping. I guess like because he combined them. Then on the other one I paid less, and on this one I paid a little more extra for the shipping. So it's $24.91, $25 in this one. Really cool little bundles there. Bundles of joy. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. So this is, you know what this is? This is my first ever Whatnot purchase. So I've been using Whatnot. I've kind of like been scrolling through it for a little while, for a little over a month. And then I decided, you know what the heck? Let me just buy something off of it. Wow. And I mean, it was a really good deal. And I'll show you what I got. So this is a whole bunch of books that what the seller did there is he just started the auction, and he just threw comic books, as you see, the ones that he's throwing, and then there's an auction going on, and the auction was going for $20. Oh, I gave you already the punchline. I paid $20 for this, for everything shipped. $20 shipped for this lot. And check out the book. So, Dark Knight 3, Master Race, MCG Madness Games and Comics variant. New Avengers number 26. Hulk, Arthur Adams variant number 11. This is like a $7 book, if I'm not mistaken. Bill Sienkiewicz, Absolute Batman number 7. I don't collect moderns, but it was there, so I'm not opposed to it. Amazing Spider-Man number 1, which is LGY 965. Venomverse number 1. I have no idea what these books are going for. Here's a New Mutants 25. Is that the first appearance of Morlock, if I'm not mistaken, or not Morlock? First appearance of the person had a wow. This is a really nice condition, also. That's the one thing on Whatnot, they're not giving you like you're just going through a book, so you know I see it through the phone, so it's hard for me to kind of see label as very fine. It looks a little higher than very fine, if you want to know the truth. And here's Mutants 24. Looks to be in similar condition. Says very fine on the back. Mutants in 23. These are beautiful Sienkiewicz covers. I mean, they're definitely higher than very fine. I guess whoever assessed the grade was super conservative with the. Let's open them up, just make sure. Yep. Great page quality. Everything's there. Easily a 9.0, 9.2. Could be a 9.4 even. I don't see anything over here that's telling me very fine. Here's number 22. Here's number 21. That looks to be a little bit of a beater. Newsstand. First Mirage appearance. Here's New Mutants number 20. They're very fine. That one does look like does have like some spine ticks over here, so it does look. This definitely looks like a very good copy of issue number 19. Yeah, he listed it so he knows what he's doing. Very fine. First appearance of Warlock. Here's number 17. That looks to be like a reader. It says Newsy. Number 16, also in not the best conditions. Probably very good fine. Here's number 15. All this for $20. I was shocked. Number 4. Number 3. There are 2 copies of number 3 in there. Very fine, very fine, very fine. Okay. Here's issue number 2 in newsstand. And issue number 2 in direct edition. Both listed as very fine. Here's issue number 1, which looks to be like very good. Newsstand. So nothing major over here. Assuming that the condition is very good. Probably like a $5 book right here. Pokemon. Oh, and here's another Master Race DK3. So I got 2 of them. I don't know if they're worth anything, but here's Justice Machine Annual First Appearance Elementals, which was a huge key back in the 80s when it came out. I actually have this in 9.8. If you look at my videos, you'll see that in 9.8. I picked it for 130, 140 bucks. Nice condition over here. All in that bundle. All in that lot for 20 bucks. Red Sonja, number 28. Thanos Rising, number 5. Number 4. Number 3. Secret Empire, number 1. Oh, and here's a big one. First Ileana Magic. This, he says it's around like a fine condition. Probably a little higher than that. Probably like a 7.75 with the press. So a lot of copper, early, late bronze, early copper, New Mutants. Here's a number 13. Number 11. Number 9. I think it's a straight run. Number 8. 7. 6. 5. 5 again. And 4. So, awesome. Awesome pick. For 20 bucks, I ain't complaining. I mean, there's easily $100 worth of books in here. I'm not too sure what the moderns are going for, but very, very cool. For $20, I was shocked. I was like, yep. There was nobody else bidding. I mean, it was just like, it was just me. So thank you, seller. And I'll go through these. Ooh, all right. That's another personal favorite of mine. I bought this off Mile High Comics when it came out, because that was the place where I used to buy comic books when I was younger. Caliber Christmas, featuring this beautiful crow cover. 9.8. I was looking for this for a while. I have a beater copy, a reader copy, and I was looking for this for a long. It was an early appearance of Crow, and I was looking for this for a while, and finally I saw it on auction, and this, I won this. Paid $199.99. Nobody else was bidding on this. Lucky me. With shipping, it came to 120 bucks. And I'm happy to own this. And if you look it up, I mean, they're going for $250, around like $250 any day. So I'm happy owning this and glad I paid what I did. Another slab in here, folks. And this is another auction that I was bidding on for no particular reason other than value. I'm not a fan of this series. I mean, it's cute, but not a big fan. But I know a good price when I see it, and this is one of them. So this is Bone issue number 10, first print in 9.8, and yeah, the Bone under cartoons, cartoon books, the cartoon books imprint, which is Jeff Smith's imprint, or here's the seller, are very, very hard to come by in 9.8. There are not too many of them on the census, and I won this in an auction for 43 bucks plus shipping. I was shocked that nobody else was bidding on it. So with shipping, it came to 55 bucks, and very cool copy. I think that they're going, this particular book is probably going for $150. It's also a good spec book, because it's just it's one of these classic series that are kind of like under the radar right now. At some point they were speculated on and they were much pricier, so that's always a good indication for me to look for them in the future if they ever calm down, and they did. And that's kind of like how you do it if you're looking for value. You don't want to buy the stuff that's trending right now. You want to buy the stuff that if you're lucky, and well, if you missed the boat and they started to heat up already, kind of like how Invincible is right now, then you just want to wait and not buy right now. Wait until it cools off a little bit, and then buy them. And again, it depends on what you're buying. If it's just like a trend, then you probably don't want to revisit it unless you're a fan of the title. But if it's something that has legs, like bone, then you definitely want it to cool off and then buy, which is what I did. Well, guess what? As I was editing the video just to post it the following day, I got another box. So I figured, you know what? Let me just throw it in the same stream. So here's another one that I got the following day from yesterday, which is the beginning of this video. Get that? Let's see what it is. I know what it is. It's a heavy box and easily weighs 10 pounds. IDW imprints, the Artist Select series, and this one features Bill Sienkiewicz, New Mutants, which collects, I believe, the whole entire run that he did with New Mutants. So this is a really gorgeous package. IDW is notorious for making beautiful presentations and slipcase design. And here is the interior. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous book. I believe that this cover was, I can't remember if this was made for the publication or was taken from his archives, but this is the special edition series that was limited to 999 copies. Let me try and attempt to, which has a slipcase. Sorry, has a little lithograph over there, which is signed and numbered by Bill. And this is number 260. So this is what makes that extra special. These are very rare to come by. I mean, like when they were published, they were obviously made, printed. There were the 900, well, 1,000 copies, you could say, that were printed. Wow, this is amazing. And so they sold really quick, and you would be hard pressed to find them anywhere available online, eBay, Amazon, what have you. And I'm just happy that I got it. And so that's one of them. And the other one is, just put this back in gently. And the other one is, drum roll, the George Perez Avengers edition, the same series, and this is George Perez's Avengers edition. Really nice, and this is as well signed by George. Let's see if I can bring it up. It has this nice little print, which is signed and numbered by Mr. Perez. Really nice. Very cool. I mean, like, these editions are, wow. It's the same deal. This was, there were 999 copies, and they quickly sold out and never to be seen again up until I snatched these two. And of course, I can hear you scratching your heads right now and asking, how much did you pay for these? Well, the seller listed them for 99 bucks each, which is a steal for these, because they're, I believe that there's one right now on eBay going for $300, and they're selling for that for that amount. I've seen them go as high as $500. So they listed, the seller listed these two back to back, and I grabbed them right away. So really happy to own these books. Welcome to the collection, guys.